ChatGPT Plus subscribers now have access to a hidden OpenAI model that can help them unlock hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars in new revenue. But there's a catch. You only get 10 shots a month with this incredibly powerful tool. So it's important we make each and every one of those shots count. Welcome to the lab. I'm Stu. Today, of course, we're exploring deep research, the research model that OpenAI launched recently and have just made available to all paid subscribers in ChatGPT. But what a lot of people don't realize is that this hidden model does a lot more than research. And if you can link that research to your business or idea, you can move very fast with exceptional intelligence and insight that escape most people. Before we get started, what do I mean by this hidden model? Well, when deep research was released, there was a little Easter egg hidden in the blog saying that they are using an otherwise unreleased version of O3, their most powerful reasoning model. And the only way to access it is through deep research. So we have a much better model, easily the most intelligent model available to us, but it's all dressed up in research, probably for safety reasons. But if you know how, you can unlock it, crack down into those golden layers, and extract insights and opportunities that can make you hundreds of thousands of dollars. I saw an interesting tweet the other day. There's $10 million locked inside your laptop, and your mission is to figure out how to get it out. And with AI, I absolutely believe there is huge opportunity in the market for those who are prepared to do the work. But we don't just have to do the work. We want to move strategically. So today I'm going to show you a workflow that I use with deep research that will blow your mind, give you new opportunities, and align it perfectly to what you're already doing. So the first step is not to use deep research. What I see most people doing is jumping into deep research. I'm doing this, help me understand this, and where is this and that? And they ask these queries, very unstructured, and they get output, and they're like, it's good, it's great. But I want to show you how to get into that gold layer, the real value that most people miss. And this is a strategic edge and advantage that 99.999% of the world are not awake to, and we are early, and we can go and grab it. So I'm going to show you one of my workflows today that will be very easy for you to adapt and make your own. I'll talk you through it. I'm going to show it to you. So let's go figure out how to get the gold. You want to start with a research brief. So I use a different model for that. So here we are in Gemini. This is free AI Studio. I'm using Pro 2.0, 0205 model. And what I've done is I've asked it to create a research brief into my market that I'm going after right now. So I'm looking at agencies and consultants. I have a product, the Marketing Accelerator Framework, MAF V2, and I want to figure out what's the best way to connect these two together to make some more revenue and to help these agencies with their marketing. So I've asked Gemini to create a research brief that is comprehensive and structured, and it gives me this amazingly detailed, look how long it is, very big research brief. Okay, and then I asked it to add some context. Now we can go to AI and we can paste this research brief into deep research. Now, to activate deep research and the hidden model behind it, it does not matter which model you have up here on the left. You can have any model you like, because when you come down here and click the deep research button, which will then turn blue, it'll ignore the model you've chosen, and it will instead activate that hidden O3 model, which is the one we want to use to plunder that gold level today. And I've given it a very structured research brief. So once you've got your research brief, throw it in and run it in deep research. It's a big brief. This is how to get the real good information. I'm going to show you how to use it in a moment very strategically. It then asks some questions. This is a detailed and well-structured research brief. Yep, don't tell anyone, but I cheated. And then it asks for some clarification. What's the depth and scope that I'm looking for, the time frame on the trends I'm looking at, and so on. So I just answered those, and off it went and created a research report. And here it is, 11 minutes and 28 sources later, part 1, agency consultant landscape analysis. If you're going to go after a market, having better information than everybody else is an immediate advantage. So we want to get granular here. And that's what this research brief before using deep research allows us to do. So I'm not going to read all this, but I have gone ahead and just copy pasted it into a Word document. And if we have a look at the word count, it's nearly 14,000 words. Whoa! 13,797 to be precise. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't want to read all that. I could, but I don't want to. So what I do instead is I then move to a new step in the workflow, which is to work with the document. I call this context prompting. And basically what we do is we provide a whole lot of context to the AI, and then we just tell it what we want in our own words. No prompt engineering needed. It's very easy. You're just working with context. Another way of saying it is interrogating the data. But really what we're doing is I've uploaded 2 things. So I've given it my offer. You can do the same. And I'll summarize at the end how you can use this workflow and adapt it. And I'll have a document that'll lay it all out for you. So keep an eye out for that at the end of the video. So I give it 2 pieces of context. I tell it all about the Marketing Accelerator framework and my research report that we just ran over here. And then I've given it a professional prompt. You don't have to use a professional prompt. I like prompt engineering. I want to work at the highest possible degree of intelligence. I want an edge. This is how I achieve it. But basically, I've asked it to be a world-class webinar strategist, an expert presentation designer. And essentially, what this prompt does is ask it to create a 20-slide webinar outline so that I can create a webinar, have the presentation ready, and go after this market, start advertising a free webinar. So I've used and asked it to model Russell Brunson's perfect webinar script. Here's the detailed outline for a 20-slide webinar presentation. We go through, did a little bit of work on it, and then we have our slides. And here is where we can go fast. I then come over to Gamma, and this is where I'm up to in the workflow. So I haven't finished the rest of this. I'm going to do it live. Gamma.app. I'll drop a link down below that will give you a bunch of AI credits. So you can do around 10 of these to sort of have a play and experiment for absolutely free. I'm a paid subscriber. I'm going to pick a presentation, a traditional, and I've just pasted what I got over here from AI Studio, from Gemini, my webinar outline, into Gamma. Nice and easy. We just hit continue. And then it's going to give me a webinar outline or a presentation outline, a slide outline. So here it is. Do I want to condense, preserve? I want it to generate. I'll let it make its own one, its own version of this. Right for marketing agency owners and managers. No, we are agency owners and consultants. We can add some imagery. So I'm just going to pop in my robot art. Did I mention I like robots? You might notice that with my background. So we'll get some robots. We've got our 20 slides, hopefully laid out beautifully. Lovely. 20 cards total. Hit continue. Gosh, this is amazing technology. Not perfect, but my goodness, it lets us move so fast. And it will then create my webinar slides. And then all I have to do is go out and create the webinar, and start advertising it to my market. Send out some emails, whatever it is. So very, very cool. While that's generating, we'll run up to the top. No, it wants to insist I watch it get made. It is pretty cool seeing, look, no hands, seeing this come to life. I'll drop the link for this down below. Very, very, very cool. I like it a lot. Ready to grow your agency with AI. So let's go see what we've got. Okay, so what I've done is just pause the camera for a few minutes so I can go through and give this a very quick edit, literally 3 or 4 minutes, and you'll see I now have this amazing presentation, this webinar, ready to go after these agencies and show them how my product can help improve their marketing, for example. And as you can see, it's colorful, it's eye-catching, it's presentation ready, and it's very easy to export this as a PDF, and you're ready to go. Then you just go and market your webinar, as we said. So there you have a very simple workflow, or a different way to use deep research that most people have no clue exists. And it begins with that research brief. Now, I did promise that if you waited to the end, I'd give you the actual process. So as a reward for hanging around, check out this. Here is the workflow. It's yours, ready to go. And it will basically show you exactly what we've done today, but in a way that you can adapt to any specific use case in your business, or whether you're an entrepreneur with a lot of ideas and you want to get them to market. So here you'll see step 1, create your strategic research brief. And there's some questions, tells you sort of the things to ask for. And there's an example prompt if you'd rather use that. Just change the stuff in bold here because they're placeholders so you can personalize it. Nice and easy. Then activate deep research using that little blue icon. Run the prompt, answer the 4 or 5 questions it will inevitably ask. And then you get to the magic. How do we action this information in a way that can move us forward? So upload that, your report that generated through deep research, along with information or context about your business, your offer, whatever it is you're wanting to sell, or your idea. And then you can start asking some questions like, based on this research, how can I increase my revenue by $10,000 a month within the next 6 months? Or how would I best leverage the main findings to increase revenue? Whatever it is, you can now go and add some actionable strategy to go and get some money. And the power of this is that you have got more insight into the market than anybody else. The deep research report with that structured research brief has gone deep down, leveraging that hidden O3 model, and you can now take action. So that's available. I'll drop that down in the comments for you. Look, AI is not slowing down. Mass adoption is heading towards us at 1,000,000 miles an hour, and we're grossly unprepared for what's coming. But for those who are prepared to put in a bit of extra work, will learn how to use these models strategically, like the workflow I've given you today, and I have a ton more of those in our Patreon. That is the true advantage that AI gives us. It's being able to see further than other people, to get that lie of the land, to understand the emerging trends and opportunities that we can harness our ideas or our offers to in order to not just future-proof for what's coming, but also to make a lot more money. As I said, there's $10 million locked in your laptop. How are you going to get it out? And the workflow I'm giving you today is one step for you to use your 10 very precious deep research queries in order to get down into that gold layer and make a noticeable difference on your revenue. That's it for today. I hope you found that interesting. We have lots more content like this in our Patreon. A huge thank you to those supporters that are already there. It means so much to me that you like this content. I'll see you in the next one. Stay curious. Peace.